Hi, I figured that this might be a good way. So I wanted to look at this 201B um, because that seemed to be a little bit where you were having trouble. This one right here, so when I distribute the 7 times a negative 2x is actually a negative 14x. You forgot that x part of it. And then a positive 7 times a negative 3 should be a negative 21. And then the positive 7 times the negative 8y should be a negative 56y. So it should be negative 14x minus 21 minus 56x. And so if you see, that's what they were looking for. And then the next one here, when I multiply 6 times y, 6y plus 8y, that is 14y. But 6 times 3 is 18. 18 minus 6 is actually a positive 12. And so it should be plus 12. And so as you see, that's what the answer should have been. When we get farther down here, you were correct. 5a plus a negative 1a is 4a. Negative 2 plus 4 is a positive 2. But then when I have a minus a negative is plus a positive. So 5a plus a is a 6a. But negative 2 minus 4 is actually going to be a negative 6. So 6a minus 6. The next one here is going to be very similar. Negative 3 times a 5a, negative 15a, minus a negative becomes a plus. Negative 15 plus 1 is actually a negative 14. And then I have negative 3 times a negative 2 is a positive 6. Positive 6 minus 4 is going to be plus 2. So what we need to do is keep an eye on those signs. If I multiply a positive times a negative, I get a negative. If I multiply a negative times a positive, I'm going to end up with a negative. I'm just going to pull the screen down a little bit, and then I'm going to be able to come back here. And then I wanted to show you a little bit on this graphing part as well. So if I come up to this 3-1 graphing piece, so you did well on the first couple, but then when I got down around here, where was it? This one right here. So this wanted me to plot the point negative 4, 1. Remember, the first comes x and then comes y. It's always alphabetical order. So when I have my x, and then I have my y. Remember, this is my x-axis, and this is my y-axis. So negative 4 for the x is this guy right here. A positive 1 for the y is this guy right here. I need to plot that point, that negative 4, positive 1. That's the part that they were looking for. So I'm going to clear this. Negative 4, positive 1 goes right over here. And so as you can see, negative 4, positive 1, they wanted you to plot that guy right over there. Similarly for this guy, it has you plotting multiple pieces. Negative 2, positive 2. X is a negative 2, Y is a positive 2. If X is negative 2, Y is a positive 2, it's that point right there. If X is a negative 1 with a 0, negative 1 for my X, and Y is a 0, I have a positive 2, 0, and then it's going to be a 4, positive 2. And then they're going to want me to bring it all back together. So this is the point negative 2, positive 2, negative 1, 0, 2, 0, and then 4, 0. Because I always have an x for, and then I have my y. X is my first variable and y is my second variable. So as you can see, that was the polygon that they were looking for. So I think if you do those, it might be helpful. Over here with $60,700, a total of blank toys can be produced. So last year, Pinwheel Industries introduced a new toy. It cost $9,700 to develop and $30 to manufacture each toy. And so down here, what's going to happen is we have to set this equal. So we will have 60,700 is going to equal your formula, the 30 times the number of toys plus 9,700. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to solve for that n, just like we did in the last chapter. You're going to subtract 9,700, and then we're going to divide by 30. So I hope this helps a little bit get you started on at least a couple of these pieces, and then let me know if this helps, and I can do the same thing for a couple more of the problems.